Hello friend, welcome back. In a previous video, I already discussed about that things with you, how can create the model and how can migrate it. And I also created one of the table as a students, and also I assigned some of the field, like if you go to the our database, so I created one of the table as a students and here all that our field. So right now I want to create one of the create page, and from to the create page I want to insert all the data like first name, last name, email and phone. So for doing this, first of all, we have to create one of the page, that means the create page. Like here, right now we don't need this. I just remove it, and that is our app service providers. So we also don't need this. There is a test controller. Right now I remove it. Okay. So that is main. That is a welcome. So now first of all, I want to create one of the route for this create. Like here, better I just copy it. Okay. So that's all our education purpose. I'm using it, and now here I just paste it. In particular that position I want to create one of the route as a create. Okay, I just defining as a create, and now in our student controller now I want to create one of the method as a create method. Okay, I just defining as a create method, and also here better I want to assign some of the name for these two. Like here I just define that name on here. I just define that name for this one as a home. Okay, I just define that name as a home, and for this one I just define that name. I just define it for this one as a create. So here I just define as a create, and now that is I define as a home. So now we have to work in our student controller, and we have to create this method as a create method. So now go to the student controller here. So now I want to create another method. Like here I just define as a public, and then function, and then our method name create. So here I just define that create method. In particular that position I also want to load another page. Like before I load that welcome page, right now I want to actually create another page for the create, and for that I want to load it. Like here I just define that return, and the view, in our view folder I have to create one of the page as a create. Okay, I just define that create on particular that position. So now that's all you have to do. So now we have to create this page, that means the create page in our view area, that means in our view. So here I just click on the new file, click on the save as, and I just name it as a create.blade.php. Okay, I hope you can well understand about it. And for education purpose here, it should be just like our welcome. Like better I just copy it. Okay, I just copy it and I just paste on particular that position. Here I already discussed about that things with you. I want to extend that our main class. Okay, and into the main class, so that is I define one of the ID, that means the content ID. So on particular that position I just define as a create page. So I just defining as a create page. Now let's check this out. I just click on the save all. So I already created one of the route for this one as a create, that means the slash and the create, and in our student controller I define that method, and into the method here you can see I just defining our page, that means in our view folder that is our create page, that means this view, and that is our create page. Now if you access it, like here I just define slash create, and if you click on the enter, yes, now you can see only this content path is actually changed. So their header actually will be the same, that our footer will be the same, only the create part will be different. So now here I want to add some of the material design bootstrap on here. For now, I like here I want to add one of the form for this one. Like now, first of all, I want to actually design that page. Okay. So right now I remove it. So first of all, I want to designing it. So better I just go to the MD5, that means mdbootstrap.com. As I told you, all the things you get from here, like go to here, and now I want to add some of the forms. Like here, that is actually the form, and now that is actually basic example. And in our basic example, here you can see there is some of the fields because we need some of the field. So that is all that code. Because here we have some of the field as a first name, last name, email, and phone. Okay, so this one is pretty good. Better I just take this one, like there is a first name, last name. I just put that things as an email, and there is a password, so I will change it. Our phone number is also available on here. So it's perfect. So for now I just want to take that all code. You can see there is all that codes. For now I just copy it, and in our create page here in particular that position, after that better I just paste it. So now let's check this out. If you click on the save all, and now if you refresh that page, like here I just refresh it. Yes, now you see there is a our field, the first name field, last name field, email field, there is password. So right now we don't need that password, only I need that phone number. There is the sign in, we also don't need this. So I just want to customize it as per our demand. Okay, and so if you go to that position, that is actually the sign in, and after that sign in, that is actually sign in, after that or sign up. So here we don't need this, so better I just remove it from here. Okay, I just remove all the things from to this position, and that's by clicking. I also don't need this, I remove it. And there is a button, that is a true optional. Let's check this out. There is a subscript to the newsletter, we also don't need this, and that means this level. So here I just remove that div. And also there is a optional authentication, so there is optional authentication, I remove it. So that is actually our phone field, so this field will be needed. Okay, like I just click on the save all. If you now refresh it, yeah, you can see all the things is now gone from here. And also there is a password field, so right now I don't need use that password field. So that is actually the password, so you can see there is an input field, so I remove it also from here. Perfect. Now I just click on the save all, and if you now refresh it, yeah, now you can see there is actually our first name, last name, email, and phone. So I only want to insert all the data from here to in our database field area, like there is our database table, first name, last name, email, and phone. Perfect. And also here I want to update that name, and that is also some of the text on particular that position. So if you go here, there is actually the sign up. Okay, so I just want to add as a add data, add student. I just define as a add student, and also here I defining as a add data. So here I just defining it, click on the save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, now you see there is a add student, there is a add data. Perfect. And also actually you can see there is actually totally white, that is the full white. I also want to add one of the bootstrap class, like here on particular that position I want to add one of the bootstrap class. I just take one of the div. Okay, and here I just define one of the class, and I just define one of the container, one of the class, that is one of the class of bootstrap. Okay, I just define as a container class, and now I want to finish that div and on here. So I just finish it. Now click on the save all, and now if you refresh that page, yes, now you can see it's now actually looking pretty good. And also in our navbar I added one of the home, and that is also I created another page as a add new. For right now I don't put any link on particular that position, so that is in our navbar. So I just want to put some of the link, like if you go to the layouts and there is a navbar, and in our navbar here you can see there is a home. So for now I want to assign some of the URL. Like for the home I already created one of the route as a for this one, that means this one is for our home, and then this one is for our create page, right? So now I want to add two of these. Like here you have to define the second bracket, that means double second bracket, and in particular that position I just define the URL. Okay, I just define that URL on particular that area. I just define our home directory. So here I just define as a home, and this one is for our create. So I just do the same things, URL, and here I define on particular that position as a slash, and after the slash I create one of the route as a create. So here I just copy it, and after the slash then the create. Perfect. So here I just define two of this link. Now let's check this out. I just click on the save all, and now if you refresh that page, now if you click on the home, it will be redirected to our home page, and if you click on the add new, yes, you can see now it's redirected to our add new page. So as I told you, for the reasons I just make the things as a segment, that our neighbor area, that is our footer area, only that content area you can see it's only the changing. Like if you go the home, our neighbor is same, footer is the same, only that content part is become changed. For the reasons I just define that things on here. Okay, like if you go to the create, and here you can see that I just define on the selection, and first of all I just define that layout in our main, and in our main which part will be the dynamic. So for the reasons I just define as the yield, and for the yield here I just define as the content id. For the reasons here you can see I just define that section content id, and here and also in our home page here I also define the section, and here I just define that id. For the reasons only this part is become changed. Like if you go to the add new, you can see this part is become changed. So now I want to insert the data, like that is all that our field. So here if you put the first name, the last name, the email address and the phone number, and if you click on the add data, then all the data will be saved in our database table on particular that position. So how can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.